In the early 1900s, Toichi and Masa Kunitake began growing coffee on this beautiful land overlooking the Pacific. Their eldest son, Kazuo, and his wife Yukie had 13 children and taught them how to work hard, be independent, enjoy life, and most importantly, how to love and be kind to others. Today, Kazuo and Yukie's children live up to their parents' values and continue the family tradition of making smooth-flowing, award-winning Kona coffee. Picking coffee is hard manual work. A skillful hand, as shown by Chick Kunitake, will quickly pick only the ripened beans while leaving the unripened ones for later harvesting. A key philosophy of Waiaha River coffee is the bean won't be picked if it can't be processed within a day. This ensures the bean to be as fresh as possible when it enters the pulping process. Coffee beans are the seeds of the coffee berry, which is sometimes referred to as a cherry because of its ripened red color. As the cherries enter the pulper, the outer skin is removed and the beans are sent to the sifter where they fall through into a tub of water. The densest beans are the most desired and sink to the bottom. The floaters are discarded. The remaining beans are then demucilaged. Mucilage is an oily layer coating the bean and will naturally dissolve if the bean is left to ferment. Part of the success in producing smooth-tasting coffee on the Kunitake estate is that the mucilage is removed right after the beans are pulped, not allowing acid from fermentation to be produced. The beans are then sent to the shaker where excess water is removed and rinsed once more with clean water. Then the beans are spread out to be dried out in the Hawaiian sun, which, depending on the weather, might take a few days. To make the drying process most efficient, the beans are spread in the thinnest layer possible, preferably 1 bean thick. Most of the tools and techniques the Kunitake family uses today have not changed in over 90 years. This is a remarkable testament to their philosophy of producing coffee the old-fashioned way. And as the day comes to a close each evening, or if it rains, a roof is moved over the drying area to keep the beans as dry as possible. This is also the time every Sunday at 6 p.m. to tune into the Emily T. Gale Show on ESPN Radio Hawaii.
Brings up lots of conversation, but Waiaha River Coffee, longtime supporters of the Emily T. Gale Show here on ESPN Radio and ESPNHawaii.com. And that's Earl, Chick, and Dinah Kunitake. Chick is the farmer. They all play a huge part in it, but they pick it, they package it. And the whole Kunitake Ohana, Helen, Jeannie, John, everybody, puts their love and aloha into that Kunitake Estate coffee. And I've known them for many years. John used to run in my races in Detroit, the Emily Detroit runs, and feel like I've been the inspiration. He always says I was for the Kona Marathon that he kind of revived with Jim Lovell. They do such a good job in June, and Kunitake Ohana is really involved. But anyway, speaking of the coffee festival, it was a great Holualoa art and coffee stroll a couple weeks ago, and what a wonderful event and coffee tasting, and so many people stopped by. I'm amazed how many visitors, when you talk to them, actually come to the Big Island for the festival. They plan their trip around the festival.
At 6 a.m. each morning, the roof is opened up, allowing the beans to dry in the sun again. Speaking of the sun, the Waiaha River Coffee operation is completely powered by sunlight. This is part of the Kunitake philosophy of promoting use of renewable and environmentally friendly energy sources. The drying beans are periodically checked for moisture levels, and if the levels are low enough, the beans are hulled, removing the layer of parchment covering the bean. The end result of the hulling process is what is known as the green bean. The green beans are then roasted to 2 different levels, medium and dark. The roasted beans are cooled and gathered. Then the beans are packaged, labeled, and sealed as shown by Earl Kunitake.
Then, pop it up, push it in here. There you go, ready.
So, Mr. Kunitake, how does your coffee taste?
Same great customer service for 50 years. Check with State Farm.
Good. It's so delicious.